I hope 343 can kind of resolve its massive fail there. But what
think it's
343
already
to me
resolved.
should do is say we are like the Halo caretaker, and we are going to have multiple teams make multiple Halo projects, and maybe we're doing in-house stuff as well.
Like
Great, right? We can also do external stuff, partner. Like Halo should not be a once every 5 years thing. Halo should just have stuff happening, right? Why don't we have offshoot games? There's so many potentials for that universe, and we just sit here and wait and like Halo Infinite's gotten good. That's cool, but there's no campaign, no story for whatever number of years now, right? That game came out in 2021. Well, it should come out in 2022, but it came out in 2021. And well, no, tell me I'm wrong, right? The 1 year it had of absolutely nothing. It didn't have co-op. It didn't have Forge. It had no content.
It had an amazing campaign.
It had an amazing campaign that didn't totally fell
right?
off.
Some people like to get everything in one shot and kind of like, I gave you my money, so let me get everything I'm supposed to be getting.
Yeah, well, they decided to make that a live game and then totally flubbed it. And there's this negative thing around it, which sucks because it came out awesome. When it came out, it was doing awesome, and then suddenly it fell off. And since then, it's just it's talked about as a fail. It's like, I hate that. That should not have been the case. It's a great game. If you go back and play it right now, it's great. But people don't care about it.
I agree with you. It's unfortunate because a lot of people, once they want to move on from something, or like the things are not out yet, it's a lot more difficult to kind of go back and revisit. So I think that's the problem. Not everyone can just kind of rotate back into the
but I hope the new leadership at 343 they figure that out. Like, let's make more content, make more games, like offshoots, not just the main campaign, which is good. We should continue with Master Chief's story, but there's so many other stories to tell. We should just look at different ways to get into that universe.
I agree with that. We watched the show, and man, towards the end, the last two episodes, especially that last episode, CMoney was just shouting, "This is a game we need. We need them to make this game." And I think there's so much to explore,
so much potential
over there that they should just be popping them out.
Yeah. What about you, Demo?
Yep,
bro. I mean, my history with Halo Infinite is different. Like, I understand why they did what they did, right? It is a game that needed feedback. A lot of people from 343, they left. The OG people who work on the original Halos, they left. They saw what happened with Halo 5 Guardians, which in my opinion is one of the best multiplayers in Halo. But a lot of people hate on the game just because, it was back in the day with the Xbox One. And a lot of people hated on it, right? But in my opinion, Halo 5, the multiplayer, they nailed it. Like, if you speak to any pro player, somebody who actually participate like the big leagues or some shit, and you ask them what games do you really like, what gunplay do you like, they will tell you, like for competitive play, because Halo is very competitive. Halo 5 is one of the best multiplayers they had. And I mean, Halo Infinite, they improve on it, bro. Like, in my opinion, I think they done really good when it comes to like the core mechanics of Halo, right? They lack the content that we all expected them to have, like the co-op, like split screen that everybody loved, and but that's fine. At the end of the day, nobody, in my opinion, it should have been there, right? But they probably, looked at it like
that it
a lot of people not doing the co-op now, and now we have all the games that had local co-op, like Contra, the latest Contra, the Beluga Island, whatever, Operation Beluga, that just came out. That was a day one game for me, and you know why I didn't get it? Because he only had like local co-op. Like, me and my friends, we were down to play it, but he only had local co-op. He didn't have online play, and we're like, look, at this point, I would definitely, make sure that online gaming is there rather than the, local co-op and all of that. So I think that was the right move. Imagine if they would have come out and they would say like, we're only gonna offer local co-op. There is no online co-op. That would have been like, like, what the hell, So I think they're going with the times. They scratched some shit that they thought that we didn't need anymore. Obviously, a lot of people didn't like it. It is what it is. The lack of content, the early access period that we had with Halo Infinite, the 1 year, hiatus. But then after that, they started like, loading this game with a lot of content. And look at what happening with Fallout. How a lot of people after the show, they totally like revitalizing the game, right? So a lot of people don't get into Halo like that because obviously the show didn't resonate with everybody. A lot of people like us, we liked it and we loved it, but it wasn't as popular as Fallout, like out of nowhere, But I think give time to people to say the Halo Infinite. Now, when the next Halo come out, you're gonna see a lot of people saying Halo Infinite was better, because you cannot always, make everybody happy, and that's the problem. You should be like, you know what I mean? This is a new experience. Like Halo 5 already passed, so I cannot live in the past. If I want to play Halo 5 or any other Halos, there's Master Chief Collection. You know what I'm saying? Go back and play those games, and just you need to move on, bro, and get on with the time. That's what I tell the people. Like, stop, listening and looking into games negatively.
So yeah, I mean, listen, for me, when it comes to like Halo, man, I love Halo. So I'm not like, I remember playing co-op when I was younger, but like once I got old and I moved away from people, it's like, well, they know where co-op for me. You know what I'm saying? Like we could play with like the kids and stuff, but like it's not something that was a big, huge deal, right?
I never played one without co-op. All of them I played co-op. Every single one.
No. Yeah, I have too much love for Halo. Like co-op is too distracting. Co-op is about like, let's have fun playing Halo. I'm like, I need to be immersed in Halo. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm becoming Master Chief. I don't want to see another Master Chief. You ain't Master Chief, bitch. I'm Master Chief. You know what I'm saying? Like that can't be. No, different, baby. Chill. Woo, no, he was talking about you. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about just in general, right? I am Chief when I'm in there, right? So I had to go and do what I do. Right.
Oh, yeah, you like to play it on your own. After you beat it, though, you're always like, all right, let's
I'm
go
down
ahead
to play some co-op.
Right? Same way.
So, but it's a secondary thing for me. So that's why it was perfect for me that the game came out first and then co-op came out later, right? But I mean, I know there's a small segment of people who needed their co-op. And that's fine, but I love the game. It's my favorite Halo.
I think it had to be a tough decision for them too. Like, do we go ahead and release the game like this, or do we go ahead and wait another year? And then that would have been a whole other line of complaining, right? It would have been a problem had they held the game. So it's like a lose-lose situation.
Think about it this way, though. They had no major game in 2022. Had they held it off, that would have been a headliner. That would have been their fall release.
It would.
They already had like 5 other games that year, right? So
yeah, and they had fucking Forza
Horizon 5, which was fantastic on its own.
Which
right?
They did stop
right?
They did stop the hype of it a little bit because they literally dropped it like the next week or 2 weeks later. They dropped the Halo beta. Which just
and then by putting it out the way they did in December, they killed any chance of it even being talked about as part of Game of the Year.
Yeah, but you know what happened? I mean, obviously, after you see the aftermath of what went on, like the house needed to be cleaned, right? Like there was a lot of shit that was happening behind the scenes that they just needed to get this thing out and then worry about the studio and figure out that shit. Instead of now still trying to worry about getting the game out, and every new year that goes by is a new year of expectation, right? So like a game that would do great 1 year, wait another year, now it might not do so good because it doesn't live up to that hype because maybe there's different games coming out with better graphics or better this and better that, right? So there's a lot of things. But listen, at the end of the day, Halo's a shit. But